Welcome to Soup for the Soul. No portion of Soup for the Soul may be used without the expressed written consent of KimMeWyatt. Hello, hello. You guys, I have gone through so much, and because I've gone through so much, I am able to bring words of encouragement to those of you who may be going through trials and tribulations. It's going to happen. But announcements, please join the YouTube channel and be sure to click the notification bell so that you will be one of the first to get notifications of new videos that I post up. Also, scroll down where the text is, you guys. You'll find some interesting things. Where the text is for the video, you will find my 34 collections. I literally have 34 collections on a Google platform. Yes, I do. And as well as, let's see, my twist pudding. You guys, woohoo! One of my collections, okay, to go back. One of my collections, it's called My Natural Hair Care Journey, or something to that nature. And so basically you click the link and then it'll take you to my 34 collections, and you can choose which collection you want to follow. You can follow right there from that page, or you can click the particular collection you may be interested in and follow from the page. And when you do that, you can see what I've posted thus far in that collection. Okay. But one of those collections is about my natural hair care journey. I went natural in 2013, just to briefly give you a little give you some brief information before I proceed with the Soup for the Soul. And I did a lot of research, still doing research. This is 2019. Hello. And I have come up with my own twist pudding for your hair. If you are a natural hair person and you want to wear twists, and you want something with slip and moisturizing and protein and all of that, I'm your girl. I have come up with a twist pudding. Now, that's not going to be the official name. That is just the name of what it is, but that's not the official brand name. That is a trade secret, but you can order it now. And I'm going to tell you guys, I am a true 4C. Look up 4C on YouTube. What is 4C? And that's the thickness and the coarseness of your hair, and or vice versa. And I'm telling you, I have come up with something. I don't know what I did, but I will tell you this. My sister has had a bald spot and in the back of her head. I found out for 4 years, and it started growing her hair. So I am so proud of myself. 5 years of research, 5+ years of research. Well, right at 5 years of research. It's a new year, but I'm not going to count the new year right now. So do that. If you want to order that, scroll down as well, and you will see that information. Donations. Thank you so much in advance. I really, truly need your donations. I don't care if it's $2. I always say thank you so much. I am doing a lot of things, and I really need support from my followers, and I really appreciate that. And thanks in advance. If you can't donate, trust me, I love you just as much as if you were to donate. And also, let's see what else I have to tell you. That may be probably it for right now. Okay. 2019, as it's here, and I'm going to be doing seminars on business. I have been successful. I have failed and been successful as well. And so I'm going to teach you guys who are interested in not only meeting me, because I would like to meet some of you guys. I'm going to be teaching you guys about business. And here's the dealio. I know some stuff, you guys. I'm telling you, I know some stuff that I could teach people who are multimillionaires, and they're going to be probably a little shocked that they never knew this and that. And so what kills me sometimes about people who teach seminars on business, and no offense to them, it's a lot, you know what you know, and they know what they know, but there's things they don't tell you that are little trinkets and nuggets that you really need to be successful. It could be that one little thing. So no matter what type of business you're contemplating going in, you can always take some bits of advice and tips from me or from anyone. And so I'm going to be doing that 2-day seminars. We are going to eat. We're going to mingle. We're going to have a good time. We're going to do a lot of different things. And so if you're interested in that, keep up with me, and I will be doing that throughout the year. And I will let you know that starting out, these meetings will not be abroad, meaning they will be here locally in the Dallas, Fort Worth area. And I'm not going to probably even be doing Fort Worth initially. So basically Dallas, and then I will expand as the seminars grow. And so, yeah. So I will talk to a rock, you guys, I'm telling you. So question and answer sessions, and, starting out with 10 of the most important things for your business, and so, yeah, things like that. So moving right along, Soup for the Soul, you guys, this Soup for the Soul is encouragement. Oh, back up. One of those 34 collections is my newest collection, and the last one I created. And that collection is called Think ... Then Go, and then Empowerment for Thinkers. I love this collection because no matter what journey you're on in life, we're all on a journey. Some of our journeys are inclusive of trying to better ourselves, and some of our journeys are, I don't know, trying to destroy others. I don't know. But we're all on a journey. And really, I want to retract that statement. Everyone's not on a journey. My definition of a journey, why did I say that? And as I was saying it, you can tell I really didn't want to say that, but I kept going. For me, a journey is a personal, let's see, you're, how can I put it? It's you empowering yourself. It's very personal. It's things that your hair care journey. This is my hair care journey. Things that you're trying to accomplish within yourselves or on yourself, and then on yourself would be health, and as well as diet. One of those collections is MLD and MLM dieting, for which I help people to lose weight, maintain weight. And so I've always thought outside of the box. I found over the years, I really have, in comparison to others. So my method of doing things is not usually the norm, regardless of what it is. Okay. When I was on active live and radio, and I'm going to be doing that as well. Hey, if I wanted to drink something, I drank something, and people would think, gosh, how is she doing that? I just do not conform. And that is what this Soup for the Soul is about. Don't conform. Okay. Don't conform. Don't do it. Conforming means that you basically can be molded into doing what others are doing, and to doing what others want you to do. And that is not great at all for anyone. They're called followers. Just like on social media, they're followers. These are people who conform to the norm. Okay. And that may be the title. Stop conforming. Don't conform to the norm. And the norm is anything that everyone who has done what you're doing did, how they did what they did. And I'm finding it's for me, it would be boring. Now, I'm not saying you can't do some things like some people, but it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to think like you, whom you are. Because I have been saying this for years, you guys. I taught this to my kids. when they were young and throughout, their teenage lives or whatever. And that statement is, people are going to talk about you anyway. Let me say that again. People are going to talk about you anyway. No matter what you do, how you do it, where you do it, when you do it, why you do it, and who you do it with. All 6 of those, someone is going to have something to say. Okay? You can't get around it. Okay? So the best angle to go in or direction is to do you. Focus on you, you guys. Okay? We have been blessed to have a new year. Take a breath. And it's sad that we have to wait until a new year arrives to decide to do something different in our lives. I'm going to tell you, one of my, I think I may have a quote on this. I'm not for sure. I have a quote collection, by the way, interjection. I do. I have so many quotes, you guys, and a lot of them have not been published up yet. But, it's sad that we will, and I guess I'll go back to what I was saying, it's sad that we will conform to the norm, meaning they're doing it, so that's what I want to do. No, 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 no. This world is big. You know what I'm saying? And you can basically, in mostly all cases, depending on where the Lord has placed you, you can basically do whatever you want to do. Okay? And do it. And fail. Failing is a blessing. Failing is a blessing. You guys, I know you guys think that this is crazy, but especially if you are contemplating going in business and or going back to school, whatever, failing is a blessing. It really is. If you have never failed, you're going to, when it gets you, it's going to get you. It's going to get you. Sam Walton, look him up. Walmart. I use him as my business module. I use not him, but I use his business module as mine. You, or some portion thereof, you're going to fail. And he failed. Okay. And if he failed and he has all of these stores everywhere, even though he's deceased, he left a legend. And that should be what you want to do, is to not conform to the norm and leave a legend. Okay. And I find a lot of people who are wanting to do this and do that, with the lazy attitude, the lazy personality. It's not going to fall out the sky, you guys. But what I was saying earlier about failing is, when you fail, it's a test. It's a test to your strength. It's a test of your strength. How strong are you in whatever you were trying to accomplish? How knowledgeable are you in whatever you were trying to accomplish? Do you want to go further? Are you a researcher? Or are you just someone who just falls down and stays down? Has life beat you up that bad where you just fall down and stay down? Okay. And I'm going to tell you, when you come out of all of this, when you fail and say, I failed, but I'm coming out, I'm starting over. That is like a characteristic of your personality. It really shows whom you are. And I'm going to say also, one of the reasons why people fail is because they had the big head in whatever they were doing. Or I said that wrong. One of the reasons why people fear failure is because they had the big head in whatever they were doing, meaning they were only doing it to impress someone. They really weren't doing it for themselves. They weren't. initially maybe, but as soon as things started going in the right direction, as soon as things started falling down in their favor or coming down in their favor, they got the big head and had a fear of failure. Never have a fear of failure unless you are not going to pick yourself back up. That's one of my quotes. Never have a fear of failure unless you are not going to pick yourself back up. That's when you have truly, truly failed, when you fail to pick yourself back up. Okay. Also, one of the reasons why I am so proud of whom I am is because I've said this before as well. My ability to remove people out of my life. I love myself so much, not in a stuck up way, but in an assertive way. I love whom I am. I love whom I've become. I love whom I've, with the Lord's help, have molded myself into. Wasn't planned at all. Okay. Wasn't planned at all. It just is whom I am, and it's my life. And so therefore, speaking on the business seminars, one of the things that I do is outside of the box encouragement. I want to meet you. I want to greet you. I want to know. I like getting in people's heads, not to tell their business, not to go back and say, oh, that was interesting. No. I want to know whom you are. I like to make recipes. I cannot make you into whom you might want to be, with your help, of course, until you let me know whom you are right now. What part of the recipe are you right now? Okay, where do you go in the ingredients list of your life? Now, you may say, huh? But check this out. When you look at a label, any label on any product, those labels are like this. Okay. Look at the back of, let me see, a box of cereal. Perfect. I mean, you can pick out so many things, hair care products, it doesn't matter. When you look at the ingredients list of a box of cereal, what was incorporated in the recipe to make those little O's? All of those ingredients are listed from most to least. The product that's in there the most is the absolute first product, and it could be the second because they could be the same amount. But the product that is in there the most is usually the first and second item. And only second because, like I said, they could have the same amount, being the first items in an ingredients list. As you go down and get in the middle, you will find things that are in the middle, that are not the most that's in that product, but also not the least that is in that item or product. Then you go down further, and you can even break this down even further, like this, to the 6 levels or whatever, but I'm just going to do 3. The items that are last, next to the last, right before that one, those are the items that are the least in that particular product. And that's how it goes for mostly every freaking product on the planet that is not a single product. Okay. Ingredient, for example, milk. You don't have to look at an ingredients list on milk. Now, sometimes that you will, because extra calcium has been added. It may be almond milk. And so, of course, this and that, or it may be not just almond coconut milk. Well, almond coconut milk is going to have a couple of things in it. First things, almonds and coconut. But guess what? Which one is first on the list? Go check it out at the grocery store. Look in your refrigerator if you have some. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, she's right. That's going to tell you the value, or you getting the really the true value of the product. Almond milk Okay, almond coconut milk. Out of both of those products, which one is the most expensive per pound? For instance, that would be almonds. Almonds are always probably going to be, since we've been on the planet and priced things, almonds are going to probably be always more expensive than coconuts. Okay, per pound. Here's the deal. Where are they actually listed, the almonds, in the ingredients list? If it's almond milk on the label, on the outside, that's at the advertisement, the brand, almond milk. Notice the word almond is first, and it definitely had nothing to do with probably alphabetizing as they want you to think. But when you look at the ingredients list on the back, the almond content is in the middle or the bottom, or the latter items. It's included in the latter items, yet the coconut is probably the first item. Now, this is not always the case. I'm just making a point. Where are you listed in your ingredients list for your recipe? Where are you? Are you at the top? First items? Are you in the middle? Or are you last? Okay. I also want to say that, and I always think of my meetings that I'm going to be doing when I think of these things here lately. As I mentioned, getting people out of your life. I have no problem telling people to go away. And my way of telling people to go away is not like that. Not verbal. Not all the time. I just love me so much, as you should, that I'm not going to let anything or anyone come around me, get around me, do whatever, and just feel like they control me, they own me, or better yet, we're going to be friends and we're going to do all this. I'm very cordial. I will speak to a rock. I will talk to a rock, if I had to. But that doesn't mean we're friends. Likewise, just because I've known you for years doesn't mean that we can remain friends. You have to take control of your life. You've got to come out of that, you guys. Okay. You've got to come out of it. All right. Because if you don't, you're just going around in a circle like a dog chasing after his tail. That is what you're doing. And you're not at your strongest. Something that we all can be. There are people, man, if you think you've gone through some stuff, if you think I've gone through some stuff, you talk to them and their resiliency is just absolutely amazing. Their ability to bounce back, snap back, to not let anything get to them. I can think of at least one person right now that I totally admire. Okay? Mel, I really totally admire him because of all the things that he's gone through and his ability, especially at his age, to snap back and to keep going. Okay? You got to get there. I'm that type of person, but there's nothing wrong with admiring someone else who's on the same page you're on. Okay? Whether you talk to them all the time or not. And life, you guys, life. Oh my goodness. Life is going to beat you down. It's going to send you to the graveyard. It's going to try. And I'm not talking about the actual, no, probably the actual graveyard. Life will do that to you. But you have to embrace life. Embrace all the ups and downs. Embrace the bad. Embrace the good. But embrace all of these negative things, because I'm going to tell you, if you're trying to do anything, as I said earlier, people are going to talk about you anyway. Oh my God. She's trying to go back to school. She's 60 some years old. You already got one foot in the grave. What are you trying to do? When However, the oldest man that recorded, supposedly veteran, 112 years old, just passed away. So he had 60 years over you. 60 plus years. Are you serious? Only God has the final word. But he is not going to control who you let hang around you. He's not going to control your mind. He is not going to do this, that, and the other. He's not. That is your decision. You can't blame anymore. Cut it out. People for your situations. In other words, I'm being spied on in my freaking apartment, as you guys are very well aware of if you've been following me. I can blame them because I don't control them. I don't pick up the camera. I'm not the reason. You know what I'm saying? I got somewhat of an excuse. However, in a way I don't. Because if my monies were right, I would not be in this situation, because as soon as I saw that it was around me, money can make you move. Money will make you move. And I'm not talking about move like pack your stuff up. Money will make you literally like move around. Like so two different things. I know they seem the same, but I'm talking about, just get out of the situation, and that's me. I'm not a drama queen. So I first of all, I wouldn't even be in this apartment here, since I had recognized I was being spied on in my last apartment. I wouldn't even be in this one. I'm just keeping it real. If I had money, so who do I blame for that? If my money is not up to par like I want it, who do I blame for that? Me. I'm not talking about a job. My definition of money is probably going to be a little bit different from you guys. I'm just keeping it real. I'm talking to where I can move, like, please, not just move somewhere. I'm talking about options, all kinds of options. Like, okay, you're spying on me. All right, I'm leaving the freaking country, and I'm going to stay gone for 2 years, and I'm going to come back. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, plan it out. I'm gone. And at this point in time in my life, it's something that I want to do anyway. So it would have worked out in my favor. My kids are grown. It's time to roll. It's time to see new things. Okay. But the first step, if there is such a thing as steps in this soup for the soul, you got to, the second thing I wanted to tell you, is like I told you, people are going to talk about you anyway. The second thing I want to tell you is it's all up to you. I am also going to coach you when you pay for the seminar and go to the seminar and coach you. My coaching method is all about encouragement, meaning I'm going to be in your face. I'm not going to hurt your feelings, but I don't want the sob stories. I don't want, and he's always doing this. And I'm thinking, I'm going to let you talk, but I'm going to turn around and say, okay, what are you doing? Sometimes even with a spouse, unless you are being abused and that person's really controlling your every whim, your every thought, your everything, you have no excuses. And I don't believe in divorce, but sometimes people, you got to realize the person that you've been sleeping with for 100 years seemingly is not your soulmate. They've never had your best interest at heart. They're not the person that God wants you to be with. They're not the person that you want to be with. And it's a harsh reality. You got to face the music, face the facts. So if you're trying to do anything, and I will never tell you, so if you're trying to do anything, let me finish my sentence. Satan is going to come at you, But I will never tell you, well, divorce your spouse. No, 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 no. I'm not talking about getting in your face like that. I'm going to say something to the nature of, where do you fall in all of this? The common denominator is who? You. You got to straighten yourself up. Okay? Pick yourself up off the ground. It almost killed you. You got to straighten yourself up, straighten up your back, lift your neck up, lift your neck, lift your head up, or straighten your neck rather. Lift your head up. But you say my neck is already straight. What's up with that? But lift your head up, you guys, and you got to start over. And it's okay. The only time you shouldn't be able to start over, you will not be able to start over, is when this world is no longer here. Because as long as you're here, this world is here. And you can start over and do whatever you want in most cases. You know, when I say most cases, because there are places where people can't do this and do that. There are places where people don't even know that they could do this or that because of how they have to live. Their mind is conditioned to their surroundings. So they're not even aware of the world around them. Like literally left, east, north, south, east, and west. Because they've never been given the opportunity to think or see these things. And I really feel sorry for places like that. Okay. I don't feel sorry for places. I feel sorry for people in places like that. So if you live and reside in these here United States, if you reside in the United Kingdom, if you reside in China in most cases, if you reside anywhere where you have an inkling of freedom, it is up to you to crawl out of that situation, you guys, whatever that situation is. That is your responsibility. And, people make these New Year's resolutions and, I'm going to do this and going to do that. No, you're not. No, you're not. I don't make New Year's resolutions because of this. Something I've been saying for years. If I really meant to do that, I would have done it and I just pick a month, March. You don't have to wait until a new year to do anything. If you really mean to do something, you're going to start doing it right then and there. Or, you may have some reasons why you can't do it, but it's on your agenda. It's on your agenda. It is on your agenda. And you stick to it. Another reason why I don't make New Year's resolutions. They're crazy. It's June comes around, not even June, February. You forgot. You didn't do what you said you were going to do. I made a resolution to speak to the Lord every morning when I get up. Started it last year or year before last. Honey, I can count on both of my hands 3 times how many times I've gotten up and the first thing I said was, "Good morning, Lord." Ironically, I did it for New Year's. I did it maybe 3 or 4 days ago. I did. But for a whole month or 3 weeks at least. No. I didn't do it. Guilty. When you put your feet on the ground, if you're a God-fearing person, the very, very first, when you put your feet on the ground, when you open your eyes, okay, which is what I do. Why did I say your feet? I'm thinking about The Secret. Never mind. The Secret is a docu-movie, and if you get a chance to watch it, but I've seen it like 30-something times. But as soon as, and if someone gets out of bed, but as soon as you open your eyes, the first hello or good morning should be to the Lord. Good morning, Lord. And then I'm going to tell you guys, I take mine further. I say, good morning, Lord, and good morning, Satan. I do. I say hello, good morning to both of them. God loves it, and Satan pisses Satan off because I know he's just around the corner. Okay. Got to say good morning to Satan. Good morning, Satan. So I say it like this. I say, good morning, Lord. Good morning, Satan. I do. Now, I admit when I forget to say good morning to Satan sometimes, just when I said it yesterday or this morning or whenever. I didn't say good morning to Satan, but that's how it's supposed to go for me. Because if you are going around thinking that you're in this suit and with this protective suit and only God is there around you, honey, you are so wrong. You are so wrong. You are just wronger than two left shoes, as I'll say. No, you got to say good morning to Satan. You got to piss him off. You got to let him know you're ready. You have your shield of armor on. I'm ready. I'm prepared. Bring it on. You got to let him know, regardless of what you did to me last night, anything that you did before midnight last night, anything that you were trying to do to me in my sleep, woo! All of that is it's over. I'm up. You didn't accomplish anything. You got to let Satan's angels, he has them, his demonic spirits, he's got them. You got to let him know, I'm up again. I'm up again. Woo! Thank you, Jesus. Good morning, Lord. You got to let him know that no matter what he tries to do to you, all the trickery, all the things that his satanic spirits, demonic spirits, his angels try to do to you, as long as those eyes or eye, some people have problems, with their eyesight. As long as you can open those eyes, or better yet, let me say this another way, because you might have problems with your eyesight. As long as you are breathing. Ooh, that's it. As long as you are breathing and you wake up, regardless of time, you thank God. You can say, I say, hello, Lord. You can say, hello, God. Or good morning, God. Let's do this. But please know, as long as you have breath in you, Satan, his angels, demonic spirits, life, because everything is not always about Satan. Let's keep it real. It really isn't. It's going to hit you and come at you and on all kind of angles, especially when you're trying to do something, regardless of what that something is. It's going to happen. Okay? You can't get around it. You can walk around it. I mean, you can't stop it, but you can handle it. You can't stop a lot of things, but how do you handle it? One of the things that pisses Satan off the most is when you laugh at him, his spirits and angels. Laugh at him. I just did it earlier. I know I don't know if you guys are aware what a DOS attack is, but I've been having DOS attacks on my cell phone. DOS is denial of service attacks, meaning your browser may be injected with a Trojan or something, or in other words, denial of service, meaning we're stopping you from trying to go to this website. We're stopping you from, or I'm stopping you from trying to do this and that, anything dealing with the internet, just denial of service. And it's called a DOS attack. Look it up. Or DOS. Well, put attack on it because DOS could mean something else. But look up DOS attack. And so I just started laughing, you guys. Now, on the surface, if you had walked up, even though I'm in my apartment, you would have thought I had lost my freaking mind because I'm laughing so hard. I wasn't laughing initially, but I had to literally open one of my closet doors in the hallway, put my head, let me see, 1, 2, 3. It's got 3 levels and then an open space at the bottom. I had to put my cell phone in the second level. Okay. Then put my head up under there. Just to block out the equipment that was trying to stop me from using my cell phone cameras. They see me. She's trying to get on that cell phone and do something. Okay, well, let me stop that. Jealousy, envy, ignorance, right? It's going to come around you. It is up to you to walk around it because you sure are not going to be able to walk through it. Walk around it and keep going. And all of these people that are bringing you down, when someone's bringing you down, when someone's stopping you or you're blocking your progress, not your blessings, okay? Because what's for you, no man can take away. But when someone's trying to block your progress. And it may not even be intentional. It just may be whom they are, what they're saying to you, what they're doing. Whose responsibility is that to get from that person? Yeah. The person that's listening to this right now. I have a way, besides getting rid of people, but it's an art to the madness. It's a method to the madness. You can just not talk to them anymore. Okay, that's cool. But I always say, never leave a person wondering. Never leave a person without closure. That is your responsibility to let them know why this did not work out, why we couldn't do this, why this happened. That is your responsibility to do that, so that that person has absolutely no reason to wonder, as you would not want to wonder, why this, that, and the other. If you're trying to do something, you guys, something in all caps, regardless of what that something is, it is your responsibility to remove any negativity at all costs, if you can. Okay, like I'm telling you, my situation, I would have been gone. Goodbye. Y'all can have all this stuff. I'm gone. Hasta la vista. Buenos Aires, buenas noches. So there's some things, but still, you have to blame yourself. To a degree, you got to blame yourself. You chose that place. No one chose that place but you. You chose to call this person with your phone number and they were asking questions and you knew that that person's phone was being hacked into and you slipped and told them where you were moving or what your apartment number is. You did that. You are responsible for them coming over and getting jobs because they were not finished building the complex. Whose fault is that? Yours, Kimmy. You knew when you came, and you knew when they found out. You had an inclination. You knew building not finished. Complex not finished. Who builds this stuff? You knew they were going to come over and get a job. You knew right off. You knew when they got hired that they were going to get hired. You knew when they got hired they were going to work late unnecessarily. You knew they were going to be installing cameras in other apartments. You knew all of that, which is the dang on truth, you guys. But in the end, you knew you needed to move somewhere else. Okay? So, in the end, you guys, it's okay to blame people for something, if it's true and bona fide, but in the end, you got to look at yourself, look at that person in the mirror. And when you come out of that, when you drag yourself out of that, I mean, life will beat you down. Life will beat you down. In life, I mean, people, situations. You have to accept the responsibility for your life. You have to accept the responsibility. And I'm going to say, and not in all cases, because nothing is 100%. I have to say that. Even with the spying, I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not making them pick up a camera, spy on me and do that. I'm not doing that. That's them. Okay. But as far as family, friends, so-called friends, associates, if you're trying to do something, I'm going to tell you, that's the number one thing I'm going to talk about in my seminars it's about business, but I'm going to talk about people, period. You got to get rid of people. If you want to be successful in not anything, but a whole bunch of things. Let me say that again. If you want to be successful in not anything, but a whole bunch of things, or not just anything, but a whole bunch of things, and that's up to you, whatever walk of life, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you have got to remove yourself from people and situations. Here's the deal with that. You're still alive. You come back around, say, hey, if you want to. Now, if they're just all negative, you don't have to. There's no book of, I accept your apology, but then I got to start back hanging around you. No. Well, show me that book. I've never seen it. That's not even in the Bible like that. The Bible says forgive. Very to the point, forgive. He did not say forget, because you know why? That's impossible. How is it that you forgive someone and you forget it? I mean, how is that? Let me know. Did God make you a little different than he made everyone else? Does your Bible say that? No, your Bible does not say that. Your Bible simply says forgive. Well, in all kinds of different ways, but you guys get the gist of what I'm saying. It didn't tell you to forget. Guess what? Because if the Bible told you to forget, then God would be going back on how he created you. God created you with a brain. Okay. In most cases, unless you were born, people have diseases and things like that. But the structure of the body includes brains, or a brain. Now, one of the purposes of this brain or functions is memory. This brain helps you to remember things. Now, so what that would mean is that God made a mistake. He made brains, but he made our brains to forget. And we know that to not be true. Because if any harm has ever been done to you, you'll remember. So that's impossible for humankind. It's impossible for some animals to forget. An elephant smart. You abuse an elephant, that elephant may not see you for 3 years. Walk up to it. I dare you. Okay? I dare you. You hadn't seen the elephant in 3 years. You walk up to that elephant. The tusk, something, a horn, something. Woo! And what's so killing about it? It's going to approach you in such a mild-mannered way. and then pulverize you. So you guys, in the end, you got to come out of a lot of things when you're trying to do something. You've got to come out. You've got to take off all of those shirts. You got to take off all those costumes, rather. You got to take off a lot of things if you're trying to do something. You've got to get rid of this person. You've got to get rid of that person. How you do that is up to you. And if you need help, I'm not going to call these people for you, but I have tact. I am very tactful in the approach, if any. Some cases, like I said, you just stop calling them. You just don't call them anymore. They can call you and call you and call you. You just stop calling them. I think that's rude. You have an argument with someone, they know why you're not calling them. That's different. You went your way, they went their way. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you changing your life for the better. You got to let them know. Say, hey, just as an example, I got ways. Okay. I have ways. Say, hey, let them call you. Let them interact with you. If they're not calling you, great. If they call you, that's your cue. You're on stage. This is a stage play of your life. Okay. You're responsible for the stage play of your life. And you tell them when that phone rings, take a deep breath and say, here we go, Lord. And you say, hey, before you go any further, or you can wait till they talk and they start saying something negative. It doesn't even have to be about you. Okay. It could be about your mom, your dad, anyone. Say, hey, I'm trying to go somewhere, man. Even if it's a woman, And although I agree with what you're saying, mom is this and that, I don't have time to focus on that right now. I'm not going to focus on that right now. I'm trying to go somewhere. No, I'm going somewhere. And all this is doing is adding pressure, stress, anxiety, negativity, harboring ill feelings. All of this is not good for me. It's not good for my health. It's not good for my success of what I'm trying to do. Now, you don't know what I'm trying to do because I'm keeping it private. But what I'm going to do right now is tell you I love you. I'm not trying to dish you, but I'm trying and I am succeeding in going somewhere. And the only way I'm going to go to where I'm trying to go is to remove any type of negativity out of my life. And although you and yourself, you are not negative, you are letting situations control you. You are letting people control your thoughts and et cetera, et cetera. And I just don't want to be around someone like that right now. I don't want to be around someone like that from this point to the day I die. Additionally, it's not necessarily all about you. I'm going somewhere. I need all my time that I can have out of these 24 hours for myself. Ooh, that's a good one. I need all of my 24 hours for myself. Okay? I need all of my 24 hours for myself. I will be posting that, you guys. You need it. So this is Kimmy Wyatt. Once again, join the YouTube channel. Click the notification bell to get notifications of new vids I post up. You want some encouragement? Stick with me. If you can't handle the truth, don't stick with me. Because no matter how tactful I may be in telling you the truth, if you know you don't want to hear it, Don't stick with me, because I'm going to tell you what's on my mind, how I feel about something. Some things I stay out of. Don't ask me, because I'm going to tell you. And don't think that you're going to get the answer that you're looking for and then get mad at me because you don't. And I'm going to tell you, as far as business is concerned, to go back to that in the seminars, you're not ready. One of the things you have to learn to do is accept criticism, constructive criticism. I've even said in previous, some of the most recent things that I've recorded, if you come to the meeting smelling like weed, I'm going to, either you're not coming in or I'm going to put you out if you're already in. No one wants to smell that except for your buddies and people in there that smoke weed, but they were smart enough to not come to the meeting smelling like weed. You weren't. I'm going to put you out. No refunds. There's a time and a place for everything, and coming to a meeting smelling like weed is not one of them. You can do that as soon as you get back in your vehicle. And all that medicinal purposes and no, that doesn't work with me. Okay? This is KimMeWyatt. Hasta la vista. Buenos Aires, buenas noches, arrivederci, au revoir, salida. Don't let the good Lord. Yeah, you let the good Lord. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. Ciao, Bela. Ciao, Belo. Gotta go. Smooches. Before I say bye, all I'm going to say is this. When you crawl out of there, when you are almost in that grave, okay, you stand up, brush yourself off, straighten your back, straighten your neck. Once again, lift your head up and go forward. And don't look back. All right?